A lot of people have seen videos where a person can light their tap water on fire because natural gas has leaked into their water. People are afraid that if there's drilling for gas or fracking near their homes, the same could happen to them. It's an important question, especially with the current debate over shale gas. Gas leaking into the water is called methane migration, and it's not common, but it can and does happen. In Pennsylvania, from 2008 to the end of 2012, of the thousands of gas wells in the state, 90 reported methane migration. Although methane is hundreds or thousands of feet below the surface, when it does escape, it can go up into the water table, which is usually much closer to the surface. Sometimes it happens naturally. In coal or gas country, many water wells already have very small amounts of methane dissolved in the water. Most scientists agree that in itself methane isn't harmful to people's health, but the thought is disturbing. Many people don't know it's there because methane is odorless, colorless, and tasteless. There are two kinds of natural gas, biogenic and thermogenic. Biogenic comes from biological sources like landfills or swamps nearby. Thermogenic comes from deeper deposits, the kind that are drilled for by natural gas companies. Gas can also leak out of orphan wells that didn't pan out and were abandoned a long time ago. Without these nearby, it's unlikely that you have methane in your water. If you have gas in the water, you might be hearing gurgling sounds coming from your well. Water might shoot out of the faucet in spurts, or it might be fizzy and take a while to clear up in the glass. It takes around 28 milligrams per liter of methane in the water to be flammable. So if your water is funny colored or murky, you've got a serious problem, but a different one. Naturally occurring methane rarely reaches flammable levels, but underground activity, like drilling even for water, worsens it by shaking the surrounding geology. Gas is seeking a pathway upward, and it can migrate along many different routes trying to escape. Sometimes, if a well has been drilled nearby, the gas in the water will increase and then dissipate in 6 months to a year. The further away from the well, the smaller the chances of gas in the water. 3,000 to 4,000 feet from a well is usually considered out of range. In Pennsylvania, gas in the water at less than 2,500 feet from a well is usually assumed to be the company's fault unless they can prove otherwise, but each state is different. To know for sure, get the water tested by a professional who will take a sample of your water and check it at the state-accredited lab. It can be expensive, between $350 to $1,100, and the test may also be able to tell you if any gas in the water is biological or thermogenic, and maybe even where it's coming from. There are specialists who can find gas leaks using infrared cameras, and people who can locate orphan wells using metal detectors and old maps. If the source can be found, the better the chance it can be plugged. Gas companies can also monitor for gas leaks. Gas companies can and should fix a leak from a well. They can seal an orphan well with impermeable material or repair cement casings around the wellbore, but getting rid of gas once it's in the water is difficult. If there's a lot of gas in your water, there are things you can do even if they can't find the source. Put a meter in your home to test for methane. Ventilate your well or water stripping. These treatments start at $100 and go up, sometimes by a lot.